Once again, you already know what it is, and you already know we will reach the number one collaborative professional wrestling podcast anywhere in the world. This is the one and only Clash of the Podcast, presented by my good friend and tag team partner, Conrad Cushman, and myself, Sean Hubbard. You know what I'm saying? We are really happy to be with you guys today for episode 168, which is insane. Super blessed and happy to have come to you guys for the 168th consecutive time. Maybe one person might have been under the weather. Maybe one person might have been on vacation. Who knows? But we have brought to you consistently for 168 consecutive weeks the very best 90-minute blitz in professional wrestling podcasting, period. So with that being said, I'm going to say Conrad dropped that thing, but we're not really going to drop that thing today. We're going to try something a little different. We're going to skip the intro, just trying to work some kinks out when it comes to that. We want to make sure you have the best viewing and listening experience possible. Conrad, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. It's Monday. Case of the Monday's work, you know.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I got the Monday blues as well, but feeling good, and for the most part, gotta be thankful for that, man. A lot of things not to feel good about in WWE, but there's some good things to feel in other world of professional wrestling. But I'll tell you one thing, man. As we start off the rundown for the evening, Conrad, I'll tell you one thing I did not feel good about, and that is a very quick title reign. Conrad, do you feel like exploring?
We shall. I want to do shout outs, and I do want to dedicate the show, Sean, to a man of wrestling history that I know you're familiar with, and hopefully the audience knows. And if you don't, I would recommend getting familiar with this gentleman. Rest in peace to Bob Caudle. Bob Caudle is a legendary wrestling announcer from way back in the day. If you have never seen his stuff, he came off with a very authentic sports feeling announcing. He didn't know all the moves. He didn't know everything, but he made it feel like you were watching a sport. Bob Caudle here to talk pro wrestling. And, he would have that kind of voice and that old school entertainment. I just wanted to give the well wishes to his friends and family and let you say something, Sean.
Of course, man. One thing about Bob Caudle, he was a very, very strong announcer in his own way. For those of you that don't remember him, obviously me and Conrad, it was a little bit before our time. We were alive for this, but it was a little bit before our conscious time. But Bob Caudle was ringside with Jim Ross for one of the biggest matches in professional wrestling history when Sting defeated Ric Flair for the first time for the World Heavyweight Championship at the Great American Bash in the summer of 1990. Yes, there's been so many times that he's been the voice of professional wrestling. Obviously, we know that the Jim Rosses of the world, are widely recognized as the voice of WCW and possibly even the NWA. But Bob Caudle was a lot of those times that Jim Ross was calling these matches. Right next to him was Bob Caudle. So we want to give a big deal of respect and gratitude to his tremendous legacy in the world of professional wrestling. Another one of our legends gone, man. I'll tell you one thing, we are not getting any younger.
That is a fact, man. And let's give some shout outs to this chat real quick. I saw we had some super chats that started off early. Ray Thompson coming in with the $5 super chat, jumping you up to the top, brother. Said, happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I am hyped for my GOAT's final Raw tonight.
Yes. Ray, we appreciate you, man, and your family.
Yes. And GOAT, I wonder what GOAT he's talking about. Stone Cold gonna be on Raw tonight? I'm kidding.
Is The Rock's coming back tonight? I didn't know.
Final boss. That was me just doing the goosebumps. The goosebumps.
Oh my goodness.
He's referring to John Cena. Last night, Madison Square Garden. Certainly going to be interesting. We also have a $2 super chat from Joel. He says, happy Monday. Will we see Joe Hendry tonight? Sean, your thoughts on that?
We probably will, because WWE sucks. I will say this, though, that at the end of the day, we will be seeing Joel, Conrad. Mean. Sorry, what? I said it matter-of-factly because I thought we all know. I said it very matter-of-factly, just like, it's cold outside. Like, WWE sucks. But one thing that's not going to suck is we're going to see Joel our good friend Jesse from Pro Wrestling Shoot, myself, and Conrad this Thursday night as we bring you guys the Clash of the Podcast Special Edition. We're going to be doing a full preview of the Survivor Series, and we're going to do a Survivor Series fantasy team draft. It's going to be awesome. Thursday night, 8:35 on the AEW Weekly Channel.
And for some reason, AEW does not like when we plan these shows because it's always right next to the pay-per-view, and they're like, "Hey, Conrad, 3-hour show on Wednesday," and then I'm like, "No."
Oh Lord, okay.
Oh yeah, so I may be doing a double header. We may be doing one and then going right into Sean. So make sure you guys are subscribed to Sean's channel here. We'll put it in the live chat if you don't know, and it's also in the description for those keeping count at home.
We do want to apologize, though, for any technical difficulty you guys may be picking up on. We're trying to work some kinks out. I don't know what's going on with our network, but we're live now. In the meantime, I want to give a shout out to Conrad. I believe Conrad's having some issues right now, or maybe I am. Hopefully, if you guys hear me, let me know if you hear me. If you hear Conrad, let us know if you hear Conrad. Miracle's in the building. He says, "What's up to my favorite podcast, Tag Team Conrad and Sean? As always, looking forward to you two discussing some wrestling with you in the chat." Miracle goes on to say, "I have something I have to say regarding Survivor Series and the impact it once had on us." The floor is yours, man. Give us your insight. Conrad, are you back?
I'm back.
Let's go.
Don't know what's going on in the world of internet land.
Yeah, it's crazy right now.
Appreciate Miracle. Yeah, I can't explain it. Let's see. Where'd you leave off on? Did you get?
We're at M. Leezy saying hello, good evening. Hope you all had a good weekend, and let's kick this week off right with the two faces of our pro wrestling community. That's where we were, and then you're going to pick it up where we talk about the guy that the only thing we like.
Vinny, happy Monday. Got my wisdom teeth removed on Friday. Listen to y'all during my recovery. Vinny, one of the worst, most painful. One of the most painful things I could ever imagine is the wisdom teeth that people don't know. If you've never had it, have you ever had yours pulled?
I have not, thank God.
Okay. Yeah, just wild, bro. Wild is all I can say. I would not
chat, do us a favor. Let us know who needs to work the kinks out from an audio standpoint. If it's me, I'll work on it. If it's Conrad, he'll work on it. But give us some feedback because we're honestly not sure right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Can people hear me? Are they having an issue with hearing me?
I mean, I can hear you. I just think it's a little bit like you're behind a little bit. It's like I'm saying something to you, and then it's like
I feel it's the same. Like I feel like I'm saying something to you, and it's taking a minute to get to you.
Yeah, it's a network issue. Hopefully we'll get through the show and we'll figure it out during the week.
Okay, they're saying it's me, so
it's just you, Oos.
It's just me, Oos. Okay, we will. I'll make it work. Give me some time here, peeps.
Yeah, Conrad, work on that, my brother. I got your back. Okay. So, Emily said excited for Full Gear and for Raw too. I got to be honest with you, Emily. I'm excited for Raw for the first time in ages because obviously we feel like something good could happen. But as Joel brought up, it's probably going to be Joe Henry, and that's lame. Emily goes on to say, how is it possible for TNA to take a month off and are able to TNA? It'd be a freaking clown show. I agree with you completely. We're going to get into the ridiculous title change in a couple of seconds. Vinny says, what's the over-under on Triple H making tonight open for Cena? All about him for the second week in a row. He's an egomaniac, Vinny. He's continuing to be an egomaniac. I can't stand his big fat head, and we're probably going to see him open up the show like we always do on special occasions. It's Madison Square Garden. The whole wrestling world's going to be watching because we all at least respect John Cena. So Triple H will make it all about him by standing his big fat head in the middle of the ring, asking us if we're ready for no apparent reason. XGW says, yo, appreciate you, my guy. McKinney says, OG McKinney says, yo, I'm here to talk wrestling with the Fire Live chat and my go-to guys for wrestling contact, Clash of the Podcast, and to let y'all know, you will never know the value of a moment until it's a memory. Ooh. Conrad, you want to take over, my brother?
It sounds good. It sounds good. Big shout out to. Did we get to Guy Will Gamble? Where am I?
Right now, we're gonna give a shout out to Professor Beach.
Yes, Beach says we're here back on the mothership at 6:05, if you will. Two of the baddest dudes with attitudes, the leaders of our wrestling congregation, Conrad and Hub. Let's do this thing, baby.
Sweet.
Love it, Beach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Check your messages. I sent you a message today, but maybe I'm behind on that because I haven't looked in hours at my messages.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Doug in the house. You know what time it is, Sean. Another Monday, another clash. Conrad, Sean, chat, teach me.
Teach me how to Dougie. Hey, teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. There you go.
Love it. Guy Will Gamble says, Europe was good, everybody. Happy Monday. It was good to see Matt Cardona on SmackDown last week. No idea who Zack Ryder is, though.
I don't know who Zack Ryder is either. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. All jokes aside, appreciate the comment and your presence. As always, Guy Will Gamble. Matt Cardona should never agree to that crap. I don't even know why he signed off to do something like that.
T. Ferg says, what's good, fellas? Hope everyone had a good weekend. Send some positive thoughts to AEW wrestler Rebel. Yes. Rebel definitely got some bad news this week. We found out about lung cancer. So prayers up to Rebel. And she's dealing with other issues that are coming from that. So prayers up. Hope she heals and recovers from her serious health issues. Thank you, T. Ferg.
Prayers up for sure. Wow.
Did we miss anyone else? I saw Deanna. Hello, Deanna.
Hi, Deanna.
Okay. Rob says we sound fine. What up, Rob? He said it's bandwidth issue. So yeah, maybe I gotta see what we gotta cut out of this or try to. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll dress this thing up next week. I'll figure something out. Anyone else? I think we're good, Sean. I think we're good.
And if content.
And if you're here and you're listening, we appreciate you. But yes, thank you.
Down with that, we got 27 words for you. Triple H, get your punk, you know what, out of the ring.
All right.
Let the wrestlers have their moment. Nobody wants to see your ugly face.
You know that ain't changing, brother. John, I wanted to get your thoughts on AEW Blood and Guts that happened on Wednesday. They had a big show. It was all about the War Games. And yeah, they went in, man. The men and the women. And I can't even show pictures from it because I'm afraid of what could happen to the channel or demonetization of the video.
I'm gonna reiterate what I said on your show, Conrad. By the way, each and every Wednesday night, right here on the Everything Pro Wrestling channel at 10:15 p.m. My guy Derek and the one and only Conrad Cushman. I thought that, wow, it's like as I say it, it's just blowing my mind even to say it. I think Blood and Guts already blew War Games out of the water, and War Games hasn't even happened yet. That was pay-per-view quality. That show that AEW put on last week was absolute pay-per-view, PLE, XYZ, QHC quality. And I'm so thankful to be able to see that level of progression, that level of expertise in a steel cage. Because I'm going to tell you something. WWE is not going to do that in 2 Saturdays from now. WWE is not going to put on a show of that caliber. On free television, those of us who can afford cable, those of us who choose to afford cable, because some of us can afford it and decide not to because it's too freaking expensive, but I digress. For those of us who watched that show last Wednesday night, that was a breath of fresh air, Conrad Cushman. Blood and Guts was one of the most fantastic shows, period. Not just free shows. One of the most fantastic professional wrestling presentations I've ever seen.
I will wholeheartedly agree. I thought you were about to go off on that. Jocelyn, welcome. I see you. Gabe, I see you too. He said, if I learned anything from watching Blood and Guts is that the women in AEW are superior to the good-looking divas. That's a harsh term.
The D word.
WWE. Haven't heard that in a while.
Respect, though. I understand why you're saying that.
Yeah, and Quills, he said he's got it. AEW Blood and Guts, that business.
Quilly, you ain't lying, brother.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people. Women's match was better, should have been the main event. Men's match, we get that every Wednesday.
I don't know about that. It was better than a regular Wednesday.
Yeah, tell Darby Allin going through a flaming table like his match was.
I think you're being a little harsh there, McKinney.
I think it's hard to do two of those matches back to back. I think that's one thing that I'm like, man, this is going to get rough and rough. Like, I know people want the equality, but when you've seen it once already, what are you going to do in the second one? You're basically like double barreling through spots, and then it's how many times you're going to do it. Then I'll do it again next year. We did that already. Exactly. Do this then. I don't know. I just think it's going to be very tough.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, AEW put on, and I'm proud to be a fan of AEW. I know you and Conrad, you and Derek, I should say, my guy Derek, put on a great show every Wednesday night and talk about it. I watch, man. I have no fighting interest in it as it relates to picking sides because I watch pro wrestling, period. But AEW is a superior product. I don't care what anybody says. Bell to bell, AEW is a superior product to World Wrestling Entertainment. And last Wednesday was just another example. I promise you, when we look back as we're having our Christmas dinner, because I want you guys to take plenty of time to think about it over the entire holiday season. Give yourself about a month. We're going to look back and we're going to say Blood and Guts was better than the Survivor Series.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to step it up, whatever they do. Like, I think the pressure's on them now to do something. Not to mention, you still had that also a really good Falls Count Anywhere match with Hangman Page and Powerhouse Hobbs. I thought that was fantastic as well.
Yes, indeed.
Coming up, though, Sean, we've got Full Gear. I kind of wanted to get your quick thoughts on it.
Of course.
The plan, we're either doing a show Wednesday right after Dynamite or we're going to do one on Thursday. Time will tell. I'm leaning towards Thursday and then just going right in the Hub show more than likely, just for the sake of my eyeballs so I can get some sleep. But and make sure you're there for that Survivor Series special. But let's look at the matches that we have lined up for this show. You got Boom and Doom, your boy QT Marshall and the Costco guys taking on RPG Vice, aka Roppongi Vice. What do you think?
I mean, Boom and Doom should not win any matches. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm not trying to be a hater, but
Big AJ was a wrestler.
I understand that, but RPG should win, and they deserve to win in this environment. That's all I'm saying.
Sean's up here. He's going to be saying, yeah, hold the kid up. Lay down or your son's getting a pile driver.
I'm going to go RPG to get the victory. I think that's what should happen. I mean, typically I would say that's a good idea. You know what that means. But this is not WWE. AEW typically makes pretty good decisions, except when it comes to Jon Moxley holding the belt in the briefcase.
I think that worked in the long run.
I hear you.
It was one of those, I think people hated the lead up to it, but when you finally got the moment, and by the way, great storytelling in the Blood and Guts match. We didn't even get to that with the guys. Kyle O'Reilly tapping out Jon Moxley to an ankle lock, bro. Who would have suspected that?
Nobody. That was fantastic. That it completely elevates him. That puts him in another plateau. We'll see what they do with it.
What up, Delay Grats?
Delay Grats, what up? Go.
What about this Casino Gauntlet match here for the National Championship? Like I said, that's my one belt too many. I'm full. But who do you think should carry around that championship to follow what Tony has said, Sean? It's going to be on Ring of Honor. It's going to be in the Indies. It's going to be everywhere. He wants you to travel around with it. Who do you think that fits, and who would you crown as the first champion to hold that honor?
That belt should go around the waist of somebody who's not in the match, which is why I'm a little confused. When this national championship announcement was made, to me, that belt has Briscoe's name written all over it. But that's not going to happen because he's challenging for another belt later on in the evening, which we're about to talk about in a few minutes. Chris Jericho could win it. Actually, I think this is going to be a situation where I feel like Chris Jericho is actually we're going to see if Chris Jericho is actually going to WWE by whether or not he shows up at Full Gear. I think we can kind of maybe put like a little bit of a litmus test, Conrad, on whether or not he shows up at Full Gear, as to be whether or not he'll be, at Survivor Series or somewhere thereafter. Even though Jericho is supposedly under contract through December, but it is approachable. Anyway, I digress. I'll be honest with you, I don't know, because there's always surprise entrants. Since Briscoe's already has obligations, since Jericho is a shot in the dark, maybe MJF comes back and wins it. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's someone we're not thinking of yet.
Right.
It's someone out there, brand new. So MJF's your final pick?
I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to say that Briscoe does double duty. Let's hope that here's my prediction. Okay, here we go. You know how I do. Couple of caveats here. If Briscoe versus Fletcher is after, then I'm going with MJF. If Briscoe versus Fletcher is before, I'm going to say Briscoe does double duty and comes back and wins it. Fair enough?
Fair enough. I like T-Ferg's Josh Alexander. I see Matt Lopez throwing up Roderick Strong. I like that one as well. Deanna says Jay White.
I'm not mad at that. Only thing I'm getting a little mad at is, are we getting to the point where there's too many belts?
Yes.
Right.
But hold on. But I definitely got called an AEW hater this week. Could you believe it? Yes.
That's ridiculous.
You didn't mention WWE in your rant about the belts, and I was like, bro.
Yes, he did.
It's both. They didn't listen to the whole show. When you clip it, they only hear the clip. So, but I was like, yeah. And my rule is clip are 60 seconds. Make sure you guys listen to them all the way through. Hit like and share them. But
there you go.
When we put up our clips, I was just like, dog, what do you want me to say about this? It's too many belts. WWE has too many belts. I could go on a rant and talk about how I think a lot of other places have too many belts, but we're at this point.
Conrad being an AEW hater that's silly. That's just silly.
I laughed at it. I didn't say too much. I just defended my point and stood on it. What about this $1 million trios match? Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express versus Josh Alexander and the Bucks.
Oh, I think that's a no-brainer, my brother. I think Team Omega gets it done. I don't see any way that they lose this match.
Yo, delayed grats, you're funny. Yeah, I think that you're probably spot on the money there with that. Do you think the Young Bucks are going to reunite with Kenny? Do you see a baby?
I think it's going to happen, but it's not going to happen on the 22nd.
Okay. Don Callis has been trying to court them with some money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to burn. It's going to burn.
How about Pac and Darby Allin for you?
I mean, Darby Allin should win, but they're also trying to keep Pac with a little bit of momentum. So I'm actually going to think that they're going to go the opposite way. I think Darby Allin got his signature win last pay-per-view, and I think that Pac is going to get a victory on Saturday.
Let's cut through the malarkey. Jon Moxley. Are his days numbered as a Death Rider?
Wait, what?
Are Jon Moxley's days numbered as a Death Rider? He tapped out.
You think they're going to turn on him?
He's tapped out 3 times as your fearless leader. And then on Collision on Saturday, you guys should probably watch because no stories happen on Collision. He's laughing it off like it's not a big deal. It's okay. You're the guy who said we have to win at all costs, and everyone else is doing. Claudio's out here just Swiss Superman and people. Pac's launching people off the top. Marina Shafir slamming people on spikes. What are you doing?
Well, when you put it like that, I mean, the thing is, I don't want just Jon Moxley to be excoriated from the Death Riders. I want the Death Riders to be excoriated from AEW. I'm tired of all of them.
Oh, I like them a little bit. They have their place.
I like them. I don't like them. Does that make any sense? I don't like the Death Rider team.
I think it's helped Marina Shafir tremendously.
Well, she needs help, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you need to get to a point where you can't, they've been milking this thing for a year now.
We'll keep it moving here with the lightning round. Brodito FTR World Tag Title, Sean. Who you got?
I think FTR has to win the belts now. I think I think Brody and that team, I think they got their signature win at the last pay-per-view. I think them retaining was a major thumbs up to them. But I think now you have to go FTR because FTR, I don't want to say they need the belts, but I think FTR deserves the belts to solidify their character change. They've been heel for quite some time, and I think that they need to have those belts around their waist to solidify that they are once again top guys. So I'm going to go with FTRZ.
I'm not mad at that logic behind it. We got a couple more here. I see you guys in the chat. TNT Championship, it's a no DQ match, but if Mark Briscoe loses, he has to join the Don Callis family versus Kyle Fletcher. I love the setup for this match. He was like, you want me to put my career on the line? Which is every time in wrestling, it's careers on line. Don's like, no, I think you're a fantastic wrestler. I want you in my group. And of course, he would be like, I want more people in my family. So it's here, man.
I love the stipulation. And you know what? It helps me further solidify my pick from earlier. Matt, I'm predicting not only the winner of Battle Royal, I'm predicting officially that Battle Royal will take place after this match. And that when Briscoe is unsuccessful in winning, Don Callis will get Briscoe into the Casino Battle Royal. And that's how Briscoe's going to win. So Briscoe will walk out as the number one contender, or the national champion, I should say, right? It will be the winner is the national champion. He'll walk out with gold, but it's not going to be TNT gold. It's going to be It's going to be a national gold after he loses to Kyle. Then Don Callis uses his influence to get him into the Casino Battle Royal, and everybody's happy. You're welcome.
Bold, very bold. Stu, what's good, man? Stu's view on wrestling in the house. Appreciate you. And T-Ferg says, will Moxley or Claudio end up in WWE eventually? Moxley probably will eventually, maybe for a Hall of Fame, if anything, but I don't think Claudio will. I think Claudio's done.
Agreed.
What is this? Does AEW have too many titles, or does Don Callis family have too many members?
Both.
Yeah, like what are we saying here? What are we saying? Even with Don Callis, I don't mind that one as much. Yeah, Don Callis family doesn't bother me as much, man.
Hey, relax. I know you're not happy to be in the family. But let me show you what I can do for you. Let me go talk to Nick Khan and see what I just don't take your gear off. Just hang tight for a little bit. Your next national champion.
Going back into it, we got Chris Statlander, Mercedes Moné for the women's championship.
I don't care about analysis for this match. I don't care about being partial or impartial. I'm very partial. I don't like I do not like Chris Statlander. I have never liked Chris Statlander. I will never like Chris Statlander. I like Mercedes Moné. I have always liked Mercedes Moné, and I will forever like Mercedes Moné. So at the end of the day, I am picking Mercedes Moné. Not because there's no analytics to it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no me breaking it down and giving a sound synopsis similar to the way I just gave a sound synopsis about Briscoe winning the national title. No, there's none of that, Conrad Cushman. There's none of that, chat. I don't care about being politically correct on this show. I cannot stand Chris Statlander. I think she has the charisma of growing grass. And at the end of the day, Mercedes Moné should win. Point blank, period, end of discussion. Conrad, the floor is yours.
I've got nothing else to say, sir. This is your moment. I'm letting you just shine on these picks. I will save mine for another day, but I don't always agree with everything that has been said here about what's going to happen, but very interesting. Main event time, Sean. It is now a steel cage match. Samoa Joe, Hangman Adam Page. Who do you like?
Look, I don't think there's any question in anybody's mind. Hangman Adam Page is going to retain this title. It's just a matter of how he does it. I want Samoa Joe to remain in a lofty, important role in AEW. Let's have him lose in a way that keeps him in a main event picture. I don't need him to be champion. Everybody knows Hangman should hold on to the belt a little longer. But for me, just have Samoa Joe lose in an interesting way. Period. We know that there's 100%. I think I'm 100% that Hangman will retain. Just have Joe lose in a way that remains entertaining and inspiring for him to continue to be somebody that we look forward to seeing every week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Excuse me.
Respect. Moving on, man. Out of the realm. Oh, there's one more AEW thing, I guess, that we'll get into. Sean, did you see the new trademark that was applied for today?
I did. Let's talk about it.
Watch AEW. Interesting. Backup, maybe? Like, what do you think of this? Like, is it a backup for the television deal situation that they could see themselves in? I think it's being proactive. Like, it's a couple years away, but they're like, listen, if this goes sideways and they monopolize all the places where we can go,
you just asked me a question. You just asked me a question, Conrad Cushman, and you answered it within the confines of your question. I could not agree more. It is a 100% total, complete backup plan in case the TV deal does not work out. That is exactly what it is. There is nothing else to it. It is a complete make sure that we don't fall flat on our face maneuver. And I have no problem with that.
And they probably want to start an app eventually anyway.
Well, that's also going to be down the line, hopefully.
I know people like us go to WWE.com to get an image or two or something else, but yeah. I'm sure most people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I do sometimes. I'm just saying, but most normal people who want to look at it will be like, "Oh, I'm going to the app on my phone and I'm going to look at it." Maybe that's it for there too. Delay Grass said, "I'll gladly pay to watch AEW, same as I paid for Triller years and years and years." Listen, nothing wrong with that. BJ, thank you for handling business in the chat as well. I appreciate you, good sir.
Appreciate
and
it.
this is going to bridge our conversation into our next part here. Now we had an issue pop up this week with Mr. Chris Jericho. He was interviewing the Hardys and Dudleys, and he had a quote, Sean, if you want to read that.
It says Chris Jericho, TNA, looked like the second biggest company in the world at Bound for Glory this year. Oh, what a mark!
Well, I'm not. Listen, there's signs.
He's so going back to WWE. It's not even funny. Like it's not even close at this point. Like me throwing out Jericho possibly being a surprise entry in the gauntlet. That would be a massive surprise because he is totally going back to WWE saying some crap like that.
He would be the guy though to also play you like that. Like, oh, they're
gonna but he's not a troll like that. He's a troll, but he's not a troll, if you know what I mean. He's definitely that was just like a little to
all right.
Yeah, I said it. I said it.
Myself.
I'm in rare form tonight. Yeah, that's right. Because I like Chris Jericho, and I'm disappointed. When I saw that quote, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, all these years of being an independent thinker, and you're going to sit up here and say TNA is the second biggest company in the world? That was a disgraceful comment. I'm very ashamed. I love Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho disappointed me with that because that's a lie. That's simply just saying, you know what, WWE, I love you, I miss you, welcome me back. I love you, I miss you, welcome me back. I want to hug and kiss your face, WWE. That's what that was. Yeah, all that too.
Yo, Sean, hilarious tonight, bro. He's got my eyes watering.
Very disappointed in my man Y2J.
But listen, the regime has changed since he left. I think I'll say this about Jericho. He's probably saying this exactly what you said. He's trying to go back, which is fine. E brought up a good point. Shout out to E in the chat. He will always he talked that stuff about TNA. Would he go to TNA and be the champ? Go to TNA. Go to TNA. You're a big deal. Go ahead. Hold it down. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he became TNA champ, but he's not going to be working. The checks he gets are not going to be from TNA wrestling.
Yeah, they're going to be WWE checks for sure.
Yeah. Which, listen, I don't think there was anything left for him to do in AEW. You know how me and Derek feel about this. I know how you feel about this.
Keep it a stack, bro. I got you.
Yeah, there's nothing else for him to do. You mentioned him coming back at the Rumble. Do you want to see him come back with Break the Walls Down? Do you want to see something different from him? Is this going to be the?
See, like this is where WWE gets off track. You know, you change Tiffany Stratton's music, you're changing everybody's music, you're moving stuff around, you're moving chess pieces to the left, you're skipping men and jumping over and doing backflips for no reason. Break the walls down, do a countdown, make the countdown look different, but do another countdown. Have them come back. Let the crowd go crazy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, WWE. But what I want to say to Chris Jericho is stop kissing Triple H on the forehead. He is not your friend.
Sean, I want you to send out the tweet when we get the picture of the old.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You know it's happening.
Let me throw up in my mouth.
Me and Chris had a lot of good feuds.
Yeah, but you know what though? Big shout out to Professor BJ. I'm all about break the walls down, but if he comes back to Judas in my mind, I wouldn't be mad at that either.
But didn't Triple H dislike Jericho? They always had beef, and Rob brings up a good point too. Jericho has always been a conformist based on present company. That is true.
Yeah, that's
wherever
true.
He is.
And also, if we're going to talk about people kissing a little tail on their way back in, we're not going to talk about this. But maybe we can revisit another day. CM Punk disappointed me a lot too. Listen, no shade. I know that's your guy, and I respect him. But CM Punk taking pictures and hugging and stuff on that Netflix special and, you know, acting like, you know, didn't you say the guy basically tried to unalive you by not giving you proper treatment?
Bro, you can ask Rob how I feel. I won't even say
anything.
I've been very quiet.
Come on, man. Late. It's like everything's forgotten. Like, okay, as long as you sign me a paycheck, I still love you.
Now, Jericho brought up the whole.
Why don't you induct him into the Hall of Fame while you're at it, you loser?
CM Punk did just go into the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame, for those of who care. TNA, bro.
Yeah, hold your head, Conrad. Be confused and be upset. Yes, I don't blame you.
All you can do is laugh. It's like when you lose at a video game.
Yes, I'm going to let you talk. It's ridiculous.
All right. Matt set this up perfectly, so I'm going to try and say how Matt said it again. TNA, you didn't crown this guy the champion, and me and Sean came on here, and we went off about it. You guys are wrong. Some people's told us this. You need to wait. You need to slow down. It's okay. All right. We'll wait for Lowell, Massachusetts instead of New York City, where it was probably your biggest crowd ever. Legitimately, I'm saying that too. And yes, I know WWE and AEW fake their numbers too. Stop doing it, everybody. But they'll never learn because Brandon Thurston will catch you. So you're going to do all of that. You give them the title. You're like, you know what, Sean? Let's take a month off TV, bro. Let's take a month off TV. Mm-hmm. And then the first night comes back. Me and Sean walk back into work. Pretend this is my coffee mug. Hey, Sean, I got a great idea. Remember that guy everybody wanted to be champ? Let's take the belt off him tonight with the cash in. And not only that, let's have all these NXT, I'm going to say this is going to sound mean, B team people.
Yes. No. Do not apologize for telling the truth. That's exactly what it is. The NXT B team. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
You know what's even funnier? Joel was watching something today, and that song came on. He said it to me. He was just like, "I'm thinking of you, Sean."
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Keep going, Conrad.
Bro, he went to then spin the block, and he said, "Oh, my arm," and got rolled up and lost. Bro, what? Who booked this crap? Who booked this? I thought it was awful. Sean.
It was. It's really sad too, because it's like The who booked this crap thing? It's ridiculous.
Clown said this was Evolve.
Yo, Clown is not completely wrong though. Like I know he's
NXT
trying to be like
D-League.
that's actually not funny because it's actually more accurate than you even can imagine. Quill says TNA disgust me right now. You screw over Mike Santana out of the TNA World Championship, let alone not having him win at Slammiversary in New York City to put Frankie Kazarian. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Nothing against Frankie Kazarian, but I know what Quill's is trying to say. It's a ridiculous booking decision.
And here's the sad part. I should be happy for Frankie Kazarian, Sean.
Right, that's my point. Exactly. It's hard because you don't want to diss him either, but come on, man.
It was just the way they did it and how everything went. And then, by the way, there's a pay-per-view the next day.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
Exactly. And to Matt Lopez's point, they had a month to sit on their hands and do nothing but think about this. This was their plan coming out of a month hiatus.
These were the good ideas they were thinking of for 30 days.
Like, okay, yeah, we've been on the show for a month. What can we do to come back with a bang? Let's screw over our champion that waited his whole life for the title and can't even get the one title defense.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Disgusting, bro. Yes. Wow. What? Yes, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
New world order.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, dude, I got nothing, man. I don't even know what to say at this point.
Now all of a sudden, Ava has an attitude with Santino. What is going on here?
I thought they were friends.
Yeah, like I'm looking at her. I'm like, is she getting fresh mouth with Santino for what reason? Now is she a heel now? Is that what's happening?
I don't know. TNA lost me this week, and then they're kicking people out who are covering the shows because they thought they were filming. Apparently, today we found out they apologized, but they kicked him out and a family out, and they said, "Oh, that was a miscommunication." You're the last people who need to be kicking people out of your shows. You need people there. Like, what are you doing?
Don't kick anybody out. Invite everybody to come in.
Brother, man, I couldn't tell you, man. Another rumor for TNA, AMC has emerged as a potential landing spot, according to John Alba of Sports Illustrated.
Who cares? I'm done.
I mean, I saw someone make a good Walking Dead.
TNA is like really on some little brother crap right now, bro. It's getting out of control now. Like it's like you are WWE's biatch.
I'll say this too. I think with Mike Santana, it's got to either be one of two things. Either Mike Santana's hurt and they don't want to tell people, but he's still wrestling.
He's fine. Otherwise, why would he have came out the next night?
Well, then there's only one other answer then, in my opinion, Sean.
Talk to me.
He's going to NXT at the end of the year and he ain't re-signing with TNA. So they were like, let's just get it over with now.
And you know what? I think that's the more logical way. I think what you're saying right there is probably what it is. Say his name. He appears. I believe in Mike Santana. But yeah, same thing. Same thing.
You're not wrong, but you know what? If that's happening, can we get some call-ups for this then? This one's yours.
WrestleVote says, according to sources, WWE and USA Network have decided to move SmackDown back to 3 hours, beginning with the January 2nd show from Conrad's hometown of Buffalo, New York. You know something? 3 hours never bothered me, but 3 hours would bother me now.
Speak for yourself.
3 hours worth of, no, hear me out. 3 hours never bothered me. Like never bothered, past tense me. But now it would, because they don't have enough to have a 3 hour show.
It sucks at 2 hours. I don't want another hour of this.
There you go.
SmackDown's the last show that needs another hour of television. I'm sorry. And honestly, I don't even like what
AEW does. By the way, a happy accident. Bothered, ED. I said ED, yeah. Because you know what? WWE is falling flat in many ways.
I don't know, man. Like,
you didn't get that one. That went right over your head.
No, I got it. ED, emergency department. I got it. Oh, I got it. I'm right there with you.
My brother.
I can't, man. And I'm not going to that show, by the way. I know
I'm about to ask you. That was the next thing I was going to ask you.
No. I've been to a WWE show in years. Until those ticket prices come down, I'm going to be part of the solution because I'm not paying for them. Too expensive. Oh, maybe the prices will drop. No, I'm good.
Our friend Quilly says he will not be in attendance either.
Yep. Yeah, it's just not worth it for the price point it's at. Hopefully they get their act together. And Sean, I did want to give the guy his flowers here. Matt Cardona. Look, that's a smile you can't wipe off that guy's face, though. He wanted this. Like, let's be honest. His intentions were always clear. When Triple H comes out and he's like, I got people calling me every week. And my famous joke with Rob is always, Matt Cardona don't count, bro. Stop. I know he calls you every. Hey, Cody, you think you talked to Paul for me this week? Matt Cardona wanted to go back so bad. He talks about the Royal Rumble constantly. He talks about he's a WWE fan. I get it. That's what he wanted, man. He wanted to be back in the.
This is not a Jey Uso rant. This is not even a TNA rant. This is real talk, bro. Matt Cardona is one of the most talented professional wrestlers on the face of the earth from a character standpoint. WWE chat, and I want you to fill me on this chat and let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Conrad, please, by all means, my brother. Reel me in if you feel like it's one of those moments. WWE treated him like crap. And then WWE has ignored him for years, despite time after time after time. This man wanting to join his wife back in World Wrestling Entertainment. And this man, I'm disappointed. I'm going somewhere about Cardona right now. I'm disappointed in Matt Cardona. You let them label you that ridiculous Zack Ryder character after all the hard work. Not saying Zack Ryder was a bad character when he left, but after you spent years cultivating, molding, maneuvering yourself into relevance as Matt Cardona, the NWA heavyweight champion of the world, the GCW appearances, the appearances everywhere, and you let them saddle you with Zack. You agree to that? You agree to that? I am so disappointed, Conrad. That made me sick when I heard that music.
Well, let me say this about the Zack Ryder name, just so people don't get it twisted. He doesn't own that name. That's a WWE name, so they could technically sell that merch whenever they want to, probably. I'm sure they owe him a piece of the money, how much that is, whatever they worked out, but they always could have sold the Zack Ryder stuff. And I see people saying, didn't he want to not come back as Zack Ryder again? I think Clown nailed it. I'm sure he's a smart businessman. Matt Cardona cut a sweet merchandise deal on those again, and I'm sure he had rights to his image.
Sir Pro says, Matt Cardona, thank you for being the latest example of hypocrisy. I'm going to tell you something, Conrad. I don't, as a Christian man, I don't like to judge. I only believe one judge, and that's the big man upstairs. Conrad, CM Punk, Matt Cardona. I mean, the list goes on and of people who wish death upon WCW. I mean, oh God, WCW upon WWE, and now it's like everything's forgotten. Everything's forgotten. Everything's okay now. Like what is happening? Chris Jericho, we all speculate is going back to WWE. How many times have we heard that man talk about how dysfunctional and disloyal WWE is? Thank you, Fert. Rusev. The list is immaculately long, bro. It's embarrassingly long. I'm going to stop talking so you can talk. It's disgusting.
I was going to say, did you see the Rusev interview when they asked him, like, who did he lose to in AEW? And he named the only two people he lost to, and he thought he lost more. But I was like, no, you didn't lose more, bro. You never lost. Like, it gets tough. But I'll say this, though. New story of the week,
by the way, and now the floor is completely yours, Conrad, I promise. And I'm not excluding Cody Rhodes, because that's the ultimate in hypocrisy.
I'll say this, though. To me, new story of the week, Sean, wrestlers lie. Like at the end of the day, I've just grown to not believe. I'm not even that upset. Like the Jericho one is when I finally realized that I'm like, these guys lie. Like they're gonna say and do whatever they got to do to get into whatever company.
So basically, what you're saying is that you're kind of like numb to it now.
Yeah, I'm just like, listen, they're gonna. I don't know how they actually feel about anything because they're gonna say and do whatever, like to make it happen. Put the belt on me, give me the money. I get it. It's a grimy game. It's a hustler's game too. Wrestling, like you want the top spot, you want to be in it. It gets tough. So nothing surprises me at this point with
Go
anybody.
out and make a name for yourself after WWE spit on you, and then you come. I'll never understand, bro.
Delayed
Can I
grads.
give you a real life example, Conrad? Something that just happened to me 2 days ago. Actually, Conrad, 2 days ago. I'm not going to say it on the air, obviously. My former job, I told you my former job treated me like crap. Do you know they called me 2 days ago and offered me a 50% raise to come back in the position that I was at before to be, and they said, oh, everything you ever wanted as far as like things that we overlooked and we didn't appreciate. I told them to take that job and shove it where the sun didn't shine. And I did say where the sun didn't shine because I'm trying to maintain my Christianity and being a good guy. But I was like, absolutely not. I'm not going to come back just for a paycheck. Now, does it help that I'm making just as much money as I should have been making before? Probably. But at the end of the day, oh, yeah, anything you need, we realize your value. We don't want to. Conrad, we've had real life conversations. I was getting sick because I was so upset, mentally broken by this job. And then they think they're going to call me back and try and bring me back after 2 years, after they treated me like garbage for money? See, I walk it like I talk it, and I know you do too. And I know a lot of our chat does too. But it seems like these wrestlers, WWE, okay, whatever you say. I know you treated me like dog crap, but you know what? Hey, a couple extra zeros and I'll take it.
Yeah, I could probably give an example that just happened today, actually, at work.
Oh my
God.
I
won't.
Wow.
But I won't.
Okay.
No, I won't. I'll be kind because it happened and there's a little backstory to it and it'll be too long to explain to people. But just know that, yeah, I do the same thing and I make sure that I get mines because if I don't, there's a way to play ball. You just got to figure out. You have to know your position of power and what you can and cannot say and do. And I'm like, oh, okay. If that's what you want to do, that fine. What does that mean? Fine. I had someone wondering if I was mad or not. They were like, are you mad? And I was like, this is what you wanted to do, right? Are you mad? I'm like, I'm not answering that. This is what you wanted, right? Okay. And I just leave it at that. And I'm going back to the chat here. Hold on, I gotta jump.
Yeah, Conrad's breaking up a little bit. So let me.
I
heard him say we're going to go back to the chat.
It was all business. BJ had mentioned that it's a carny business. Like, listen, not wrong at all. When it comes down to that stuff for the business. My audio still good, Sean?
Yes, sir. You're good for the moment. Yes, sir, my brother.
Okay. Yeah. Just it's a carny business, like BJ said. I hear what Miracle's saying. Miracle's saying it's business. That's why I'm not mad. I'm like, listen, these guys got to feed their families and stuff. I get it. Listen, Tony Khan, the people at TKO, the people at Anthem, the people in New Japan, they're making bread off this. Like, I get it. I totally understand. So they're going to do what they have to do. And I know, but I can also see why Sean's upset, though. Sean's holding these guys to their word. Not everyone's going to be like that. And the people who you think are going to be about their word, they're not. So it's a grimy game, man. That's the best thing I could say. Yeah, if you already made something with another employer, then yeah, tell them to walk. Me and Sean just have this, like, it's like a thing inside of here, because if you did it once, you'll do it again. Or
of course. That's exactly right. Because as soon as they're sick of you again, they'll start treating you like garbage all over again.
Yeah. And if you let them know that they have the position of power, they're going to keep doing it over and over and over, you know? Guy will gamble. Good line there. It's a dirty game. Is any man worthy of fame? Nas. Thank you. True that, man. John, I really didn't. I told you I didn't have too much for us tonight, man.
No. We knew that we were going to go till about 7:15, but I just want to add a little bit too, man, Conrad, because at the end of the day, brother, I think that this is very important to talk about. WWE is the biggest, most recognizable name in all of sports entertainment. There's no question about that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be clear. For all the shade that I throw towards WWE, WWE is the best in the world at what they do. No pun intended. The problem is that they know they're the best in the world at what they do. See, but here's the thing, guys. When I say they're the best in the world at what they do, and I think I speak for Conrad as well, I'm not talking about what happens in between the ropes. I'm talking about production. I'm talking about negotiations. I'm talking about business savvy. I'm talking about all the things that have made WWE monopolize this industry. You have to understand, WWE is not a wrestling company. WWE is a business that is based in entertainment and finance. They don't care. I know I joke around, and people think I'm joking around, I should say, when I say WWE doesn't care what you want. Conrad, they don't.
Literally what you just said.
They don't. They don't care about what you want. And if you happen to get what you want, a la WrestleMania 41, a la Jey Uso winning the world title, it's only going to happen is if what you want is what they want. You want John Cena to face Gunther in his last match? Maybe it'll happen. But it's not going to be because you tweet about it or Instagram post about it or put it on your Facebook page. They don't give a crap about that. They care about money. They care about money. They don't care that the average Joe, and I'm including myself in that because even though I work hard and I provide a pretty good life for my family, I am an average Joe for the most part as it relates to money. They don't care that an average Joe can't afford to go to a WWE show and have decent seats. They don't care.
They're about their media rights.
Huh?
It's all about the media rights. You don't hold the power anymore. In the 80s, when it was about the ticket-paying customer, because that's what sold, because they're here to see insert big star here. I mean, I'm sure you know, it was Hogan back then. Yes. We'll say it. I'm not going to lie about it. Hogan, biggest star, people put down their money to pay for a ticket to see Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan didn't do television every week, but you know what he did do? He did those house shows because that's where he got paid, and people wanted to be on those shows. That's when it was in the fans' interest. Now, how much money is Netflix going to give us? What do you want to see? Okay, we could do that. Sure. Oh, you want Roman Reigns on Raw? I could do that. Sure. No problem.
Only if, exactly, to your point. And let me piggyback off of Conrad's fantastic point. What's up, Jesse? See you Thursday. The New York Giants are my favorite football team. It's by default. I didn't choose this. Because believe me, if I can unchoose it, I would. My father, the great Derek Hubbard, sat me down this past Sunday after we came home from church after another Giant loss. And I said to my father, Dad, why do the Giants just don't seem to care about getting better? You know what his answer to me was? Why should they care? They sell out every game. The Maris and the Tishes don't care about winning. They just care about selling out seats. And the New York Giants are sold out from a season ticket standpoint for the next 25 years. That's all they care about. And it's the same thing with WWE. WWE doesn't care what you want as long as they're continuing to make money. My tag team partner, my brother from another mother, Conrad Cushman, just explained it to you. WWE does not answer to fans. WWE answers to their sponsorship and their network relationships. That's who they answer to.
Yep. No lies told. Funny how certain people got removed when Slim Jim didn't want them around. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone had a hand in having that happen too. But because Slim Jim don't seem to care now. Shocker. But we can get into this and go super deep into it. By the way, shout out to you guys are with Jameis now, right? I saw Jameis doing this little dance.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, in a losing effort, but I do like Jameis Winston. He's a cool guy.
He's either going to throw 5 touchdowns or 5 picks, but you're going to get a great game.
He tried. Of course, he threw his one interception at the worst possible time.
You know how it goes. But you guys did put up a fight.
Wearing a blue uniform, you know how that goes. The Giants stink, bro.
For sure, man. Sean, let's run down Raw real quick, man, and then we'll get out of here a little early tonight. Let's talk about it, man. Tonight, final Raw. It's going down. World's most famous arena, the Garden. John Cena's final Raw, Madison Square Garden. We have 2 tournament matches in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Gunther taking on Javon Evans. That should be a fun matchup if they actually give them time and let them go to work. Gunther is back. We got Solo Sikoa taking on a mystery person. I've heard rumors of many different people who it could be. Maybe it's Joe Hendry. Maybe it's Jeff Hardy. I don't know. But we got a mystery person tonight. And we have Becky Lynch taking on Maxine Dupree.
I'm going to say this. Let Maxine Dupree cook. I'm not saying that she necessarily has to win the championship. But then again, at the end of the day, her winning that title would not be the worst thing in the world. I mean, I'm all about surprises as long as it makes sense. But Becky will probably retain. I'm all about Cena. You know, I'm not a Cena fan, but I respect him. I'm all about giving him his flowers on his way out the door. Gunther, like you said, Gunther and Javon Evans should cook if they allow them to. It should be a good look. This is going to be a highly anticipated show because the Survivor Series is on the horizon. Make sure you guys tune in this Thursday night, 8:35 p.m. on the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly channel because we are going to do a major show. Conrad, myself, the one and only Jesse from Pro Wrestling Shoot, and Joel from Triller TV will be in the building as we talk about Survivor Series and draft our Dream Team Survivor Series teams. Look, Brock Lesnar could possibly be in the building tonight. You know how I feel about him as a human. That's neither here nor there. Roman Reigns could probably and most likely will be in the building tonight. Gunther is guaranteed. Javon Evans is guaranteed. And there's a strong possibility we see Jeff Hardy or Joe Hendry or somebody else. So it's probably one of the biggest, Conrad, one of the most anticipated Raws probably in a few months.
Yeah. And that's good for the show. Right.
Yes.
If we're talking about it, if it's piquing the interest, then people are definitely going to want to see it. Yeah. And I saw Jesse put that he can't wait till Cena retires. If it's not your guy, you're probably not having fun with these last couple months here. But yeah, it's Cena's calling it quits, man. This is crazy. It's just hard to believe, you know, when you think about it in time. Like, man, no more John Cena. There was a time where you couldn't wait for it.
I'm not one of those guys that's going to sit up here and say, oh, you know what? I was wrong about John Cena. He was really great, and I just didn't realize it. No, he was annoying. He was. But he also put in 25 loyal years of service. And at the end of the day, I'm never going to scoff at somebody putting in 25 loyal years of service in any profession. So, you know, I salute him for his efforts. I wish him the very best, and let's end with a bang.
Yeah. And yes, shout out to Tanahashi and then AJ Styles. Yeah, a lot of the early 2000s guys, man. They're gonna be out of here.
Jesse, you quit watching, but I want that Dream Survivor Series team on Thursday.
We want the best. With that being said, man, Raw will be on tonight, 8 p.m. Netflix. Make sure you guys are into check it out. Sean,
let's go Knicks. I won't be seeing anything because the Knicks are playing at 7:30. The Monday Night Raws at 8 o'clock, and I'll be at Bible study from 8:30 to 10 p.m. So I'm going to see nothing live. That is,
you might be able to
catch the text me if anything funky happens.
Yeah, you might be able to catch the last part of it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sean, brother, take us out, bro.
Conrad, I'm not ashamed to say this, man. I love you, bro. You're a good guy. I appreciate you, man. Chat, we appreciate you and greatly for all you've done and being there for us for 168 straight episodes. Cheers in advance, God willing, to another 168. It's only in God's hands whether or not we keep going, but we're staying strong and staying motivated for now. So we'll see how it plays out. And we're here with you now, and let's keep it moving and keep having a good time. So on behalf of the one and only Conrad Cushman, my name is Sean Hubbard. Make sure you check us out this Wednesday night for Conrad and Derek Presents their AEW review show immediately following, or it could be Thursday. Make sure you check your local listings on Twitter with Conrad to get the update on when he's actually going to go live. He will keep you posted. But make sure you check out Conrad and Derek coming up for their AEW review. Make sure you come to the HW Weekly channel Thursday, 8:35 p.m. sharp for the Survivor Series special Clash of the Podcast. And then we'll be right back here, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time for the newest edition of our weekly edition of Clash of the Podcast. So on behalf, once again, of Conrad, my name is Sean. God bless. Be encouraged. Evil never prevails. Until next time, peace.